This edition of the CR7 Podcast, the RTGAC, is back in today, coming to you live once again on a Wednesday. Honestly, we might just be moving to this spot because it works out. Yeah, it works out a little bit better for us here. But anyway, we're back here for another edition, and we're continuing here in the school year, September 24th, 2025. We got a multitude of topics for you all today, and before we get into the rundown, Cole, say what's up to the people.
How's it going, everyone? Good to be back. Like Ryan said, we're kind of in the middle of all the sports right now. So, NFL, obviously, week 3 has passed on to week 4. MLB approaching the postseason, and we're under a month before opening basketball day or night or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I mean, dude, it's a great day to be a podcaster, I guess.
It is indeed. We're kicking off here today with our Eagles Weekly Recap after the Birds got a close win over the Los Angeles Rams this past weekend. Then out west, the 49ers losing Nick Bosa for the entire season. How will they come back? Cold. We'll be talking about Jaxson Dart now starting for the New York Giants. CJ Gardner Johnson released. Where will he go? Cole will bring up all of that. And then also another edition of Cole's Top Fantasy Performers. Talk about who performed great this weekend and also who is available and should be taken up in the waiver wire. And then moving on to our MLB and NBA topics, the Rockets losing Fred VanVleet for the season. A lot of talk about torn ACLs today, unfortunately. We'll talk about how that impacts the Houston Rockets going forward. And then Cole going to be bringing up a very interesting story about the robotic umpires that will be able to call challenges on strikes in the 2026 season. They were able to experiment with that in the minors, and then Ryan's Rants. We'll wrap things up for today, but we're just starting out. Cole, the Philadelphia Eagles, a big win over the Los Angeles Rams. They were down almost 20 points heading into the second half. Talk about this team.
Yeah, big-time second-half adjustment. I'll start off with that. I like the Eagles in their first couple drives, and then, I mean, honestly, that first half, other than that touchdown, was abysmal. 33 yards of total offense. And really nothing to show for other than that touchdown in the first half. Saquon, I thought the Rams did a really good job protecting against the run. I thought that their setup defensively was just like they did in the playoff game. Kind of shut down all the runs, keep them to tiny ones, and then be open to explosive plays, such as runs. Like, I mean, he broke through. What was it, 3 times during that playoff game?
Had to be.
Yeah, I mean, it worked this time, but I don't know how many times it will work out because he will eventually find that hole, and go for a long ways. So he didn't really have a big play, honestly, but I mean, he produced fine. Hurts was good on the ground as well. Obviously, the touchdown run from him. And then I'll go to the receiving game. Finally, we get A.J. Brown, back in the offense. I mean, 6 receptions, 109 yards, and a touchdown. Big touchdown to really get us back in the game. And I forget which cornerback it was for the Rams, but I mean, A.J. Brown just babied him kind of. And he was looking for an offensive pass interference on the push-off.
But they also got away with that earlier in the game.
I thought he flopped a little bit.
The Rams got away with that earlier in the game. So
right.
That's kind of my thought about that.
I agree. And then a similar thing kind of happened with the Chiefs last week where we didn't get the pass interference on the Devontae Smith 2-point conversion. And then they didn't get it on the throw to whoever. The throw to whoever did that deep route and Mahomes overthrew him. But regardless, getting back to this game, Devontae Smith, another solid game for him. He's been getting just small receptions, and I feel like it was kind of what A.J. Brown had, in weeks past, where he's just really working off the slant routes, specifically, just kind of work in the middle of the field, I guess, and into the outsides as well. But I mean, he's kind of being found late in his route, so he hasn't really been producing at that high of a clip, but still had a touchdown this game. Goddard, he had a touchdown as well. His only reception of the game. Saquon Barkley had a couple of he actually had a big run at the end. That spin move to get the first down on a 3rd and 1, I believe.
On the
right
line.
towards the end of the game.
That was a good big.
That was honestly, that might have been one of the biggest plays of the game, if not for Jordan Davis, which I'll get to in a second here. But I'll start with the defense. Cooper DeJean, I thought he played very, very well. Same with Jahad Campbell and Zach Bond. I thought our linebackers did very well. I thought the D-line could have been better. Kyron Williams, he kind of cooked us in the first half, but defensive adjustments were made, and we really slowed him up in the second half. Blake Corum, he did very well, just running downhill. And Whittington got a couple of snaps as well. But, I mean, other than that, I think the defense was pretty solid. We had no answer for Nakua, but, I mean, for the way he's been playing, frankly, no one's had an answer for him defensively. Obviously, Bennett went in there late for, who was it? Quinyon Mitchell went down? Or
Jaxson.
Adoree Jackson went down. I mean, Bennett kind of got burnt a little bit, but, I mean, besides that one to Nakua, which should have been a pass interference, he held up fine. I mean, he gave up a couple of smaller receptions to him, but, I mean, for the most part, he did fine. I've really been liking Makuba in that safety slot. I think he's played well these past 2 weeks, and he's been solid all around. So honestly, I really like him there. But yeah, moving on to the player of the game, Jordan Davis. I mean, everyone saw this. Not everyone saw this coming, but I mean, the player of the game is pretty clear. Jordan Davis, man. Not only the block, but returning it yourself, the scoop and score as well. Pretty absurd. Again, super athletic play. And the fact they got it twice in this game is pretty incredible. Was it him the first time or was it Jalen Carter?
I think it was him the first time.
I think it was him the first time as well. I mean, I was very impressed. I thought he's been very good on the defensive line this whole season thus far. I thought he's really done a good job conditioning. Like in years past, he has not been nearly as good. Like Ryan said, Ryan has been heavy on the criticism in years past, but I think it was warranted. But I mean, now the player that he's become is pretty incredible. So I'll just say that. And other than that, I mean, honestly, it was a pretty sloppy game from the offense. Offense in the first half and defense in the first half, defense in the first half and offense in the first half. I thought we played a horrible first half on both sides of the ball, but we really locked it down in the second half. And I think if we can translate that into next week's game, keep that intensity up, honestly, we can beat anyone. I think the Rams are one of the best teams in the NFC right now. So, big win, big gutsy win. And even though we got a little prayer from Jordan Davis, I'm happy with it.
I would say right now that you got to put Jalen Hurts as a top 5 quarterback. I'll get into the overall game in just a second, but if you look what Jalen Hurts did in the second half, he won them the game. And obviously Jordan Davis had the blocked field goal and all that. But they said everything at Saquon Barkley, stacked the A-gaps in the box, so Barkley couldn't get through there. And then, their linebackers did a pretty good job of sitting at the line of scrimmage and waiting for him to maybe jump cut or spin move, which he did do on that 3rd and 1 play.
Anticipate the run.
So it didn't allow him to do that. But even without breaking the whole game down, the way I tried to do, the Eagles asked Jalen Hurts to win them the game, and he did.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley was close to non-existent. Not really for his fault, but he was just pretty much non-existent in the game. Jalen Hurts threw the football, and the Eagles still won the game. How is he still not a top 5 quarterback in the NFL? Doesn't make any sense to me. He won them the game the other day. His throws, he made some clutch throws on third down. Obviously, A.J. Brown ripped the ball out of a couple of guys' hands. But he made clutch throws on third down. He was cool in the pocket. When the play broke down, he got away and was able to make a throw. Every single fundamental play he was able to make. So why is Jalen Hurts not a top 5 quarterback in somebody's eyes? Or people's eyes? It doesn't make any sense to me. Barkley, you know what I just said. A.J. Brown, I mean, he was finally one-on-one. I've said it in weeks past, Cole. The Eagles, it's not like they weren't trying to get the ball to A.J. Brown. He was just being double-teamed on every single route he was running except for the in route. So now he was officially one-on-one during this game, and now they got him the football. So it's not like they weren't trying to get him the football. If you watch back that Chiefs game, you can see he was Jalen Hurts' first read on many occasions. He just didn't throw him the football. So, yeah, so that doesn't really make much sense to me why people were so upset about that. It's not, as I said before, and I'll say it again, it's not like Jalen Hurts can't get the football to A.J. Brown. He just did it. So I don't know why everybody was so mad. I think it was just the media. Devontae Smith, I mean, Cole's 100% right. He's not really getting involved that much. His route tree is limited, so to speak. But I thought overall his routes were very crisp in this game, especially off his release. Was very, very good, though the last touchdown was a very lazily ran route, if you ask me. But overall, Devontae Smith has played good, and there's everything he normally does, he's done well. I still don't understand, and maybe you, Cole or Sorge, can answer this for me. Why does Devontae Smith catch the football on a crossing route? He stops, sets his footing, and then cuts inside. That's got to be the stupidest thing I've seen from a wide receiver. You don't do that. Just take the outside. He did it. He keeps doing it, and I've been so scared of it's going to cost us yards. And in this game, it did. We could have had a first down in the first half. I forget when we scored one of the touchdowns. But it was our only touchdown. I don't even know. I forget. But for some reason, he just tried to cut inside again, and instead of first down, it ended up as 4th and 1. Why does he continuously do that? It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, Goddard, I mean, I would have liked to see him get involved a little bit more when we had that offensive slump, kind of those passes over the middle. Thank you. At least we got him involved in some way, shape, or form. But overall, receiving a lot better today. Or, not today, in this game. Defensively, I think Cole's right. The secondary, I think overall, as the team in the zone, played a lot better. Especially in the second half. There wasn't really an individual you can point out because they were able to just prevent a lot of passes. Also, the defense...
They worked well as a unit in this game.
Right. Also, the interior defensive line got home a lot in the second half. Yeah. The exterior defensive line, Smith and Hunt were just non-existent pretty much. I get Stafford likes to drop back in the pocket, but you still got to put some pressure on the dude. I would have liked to see Zadarius Smith get in there a little bit if we weren't going to get any pressure on the outside. I don't even think he got a snap in this game for some reason. I don't know. It is. I don't know. It was weird. But listen, the guy had 9 sacks last season. It's rare that you don't see him in there, right? So I don't know. But regardless, I thought that overall we played good as a unit in the second half. You liked Makuba. I didn't really see much out of him in this game. I didn't think he made an impact, but as I just said, everybody as a unit was good. Blankenship, other than him getting burned on the touchdown, was pretty good. I do want to give a special shout-out to the special teams on kickoff that were god-awful. They couldn't catch a kick to save their lives. That was disgraceful. I understand that the kicks were, curved and all that, but damn, catch the football, dude. I mean, what are you getting paid for? But, yeah, I mean... and the coaching. I think we got to give Kevin Batul a lot more credit than we are giving him. We lost our second best player in the first half, that being Lane Johnson, right? And the Rams just started sending pressure, and Matt Pryor couldn't block a brick wall. So why? So I understand. Yeah, Batul didn't have a great first half, but then he went into the locker room, made the adjustments, and then we came out in the second half and we came back from 20 points down or whatever it was. So I don't know why Kevin Patullo is not getting any credit for this game because he had a very good second half. It was probably Sirianni or maybe it was Jeff Stoutland, whoever it was. Very good decision to put Fred Johnson in there instead of Matt Pryor. And also credit to Harry Roseman for trading back for him right before the season started. I think our bottom line, the Eagles didn't get necessarily lucky in this game. because of the fact that they made those second half adjustments and they came back and won. But yeah. Also, Jordan Davis. I mean, I guess I said it on my video. I guess I have to apologize for all the criticism I've ever given to Jordan Davis. I mean, listen, it's hard to say on this day that I would have liked to draft Kyle Hamilton because I've always said it. I still would have drafted Kyle Hamilton. Listen.
Well, you just like Notre Dame.
No. Kyle Hamilton's been one of the best safeties in the NFL over the past few years. This is one game from Jordan Davis. Now, listen. Jordan Davis played a great game, and I apologize for every bad thing that I've said about him. But I will never take back that I think we should have drafted Kyle Hamilton.
Okay.
I will never take that back because Kyle Hamilton is just an athletic freak.
He surprised you once. I think he can surprise you again.
Listen, everything in this game was great. He got in the backfield.
Yep.
His run defense was great. His cardio seems to be better, which has been one of my main criticisms about it. He's in for 2 plays, then he's got to come out and get some water. So I mean, come on, I'm not even joking around here. That's literally been the case. But yeah, Jordan Davis, very good game. But let's move on to. Actually, let's stay in the NFC East as of now. Maybe we'll talk about it continuously with CJ Gardner Johnson. But Jaxson Dart has been announced as the quarterback for the New York Giants this next Sunday against the Los Angeles Chargers. Cole, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I like this move for the Giants. I thought Russell Wilson, although he played great, the Giants are 0-3. You can throw Jameis Winston in there, but I think mainly Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston were brought in to mentor Jaxson Dart. And if they think this is the right time to bring him in, I'm all for it. But I don't know. This is a very, very solid lineup offensively. You have Scattaboo, you have Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton. So those are all guys who can really beat guys, especially in coverage. Jalen Hyatt as well. He's another guy who works well in that offense. But this is a solid receiving room, as well as Cam Scattaboo, who, isn't afraid to take a hit from anyone. So, I like this offense, and I think Jaxson Dart kind of matches the play style. I think Russell Wilson's a little bit too much of a game manager to be in this lineup. I think this is a big play lineup. So I don't know. I really like Jack. I like that they brought him up. I don't know if it's too early though. It's only week 4. I get that he's been with them the preseason. I get he's been with them, thus far this season through week 3. But I just don't know if it's the right time to bring him in yet. I think Russell Wilson's played solid. It's not like you have to bench him. And obviously you have Jameis Winston if he gets injured. But I don't know. I think it depends on this week because if he plays well, this is a great decision. But me personally, I don't think it's time yet. I think it's a couple more weeks until he should get the starting job. But that's just my opinion. I'm not at practice. I'm not in the facility. So, but yeah, obviously this is their next franchise guy. So. You do have to put him in eventually, but I personally think it's a little bit too early. Ryan?
I agree and I disagree at the same time. Mm-hmm. I don't think he should be in for the entire season.
Yeah.
When you look at rookie quarterbacks and their level of production, and especially in the past couple of years, what has been the main problem? They've started too early. That has been the problem. Yeah. Look at Caleb Williams. Had a slow start to his career, and now he's just starting to pick it back up, but it was against a really bad defense, so we'll see how the season progresses. Now CJ Stroud had a great rookie year, won Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now it seems like he's falling off the cliff. Mm-hmm. There are other rookie quarterbacks. We don't know. Cam Ward's been thrown into the worst situation possible.
Mm-hmm. Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce. Yeah, that's actually probably the best example out of all of them. Bryce Young got thrown into a situation, or the worst situation possible, and now they got to build him back up.
I don't think this is the worst situation. I think that they have a good core.
I don't like their O-line, though.
Yeah, you can't fix their O-line.
You're just
they have Andrew Thomas.
It's good. It's decent, but you're just getting back Andrew Thomas from a season-ending injury last year. Listen, I'm a big John. Obviously, we're big John Runyon guys. He went to St. Joe's Prep, Michael Schmitz is half decent. Obviously, that right side of the line, not much to write home about. But right now, I mean, even if you have a decent lineup, which they do, and for the sake of my fantasy team, I'm glad for this because I have neighbors in the WSJP league. But even for the sake of even if you have a good lineup, you're playing the Chargers this week.
Yeah.
The Chargers are 3-0. They've looked great. They've shut down Kansas City's offense. What good is going to come out of Jaxson Dart not playing good against the Los Angeles Chargers? Absolutely nothing. I mean, they play the Saints in 2 weeks. Why not play them against the Saints? The Saints are probably the worst team in the NFL as we speak. But even so, if you were going to do it, then you probably should have started him then. I don't think you should start at all. There's a reason the guy was the 23rd overall pick and not up there in the top 10. It's not listen, I understand he's half decent, but he's not he's not Peyton Manning or, Eli Manning or a really high quarterback draft pick or something like that. I mean, I don't agree with it right now. I think he should be out for the whole season. And listen, Russell Wilson's not bad. He's statistically proven to have at least a few good games every season. So while your team might consistently be losing games to the upper echelon of the league, it's not like you're going to be losing to the lowest of the low. Your roster's talented enough to win those sort of games. And do you even want to win those sort of games? Because you still have positions of need. I mean, I would look at the O-line again. I mean, the defense. I would look at the secondary. You got some. You need to fill out in the secondary. I don't know how many high draft picks are going to be in the secondary, but better safe than sorry, right? So, I think if you're the Giants, I don't really see a point in this at the current moment in time, and I think you sit them for the whole season. But I will move on. CJ Gardner Johnson released by the Houston Texans after just 11 solo tackles in the 2025 season. Cole, what's next for CJ?
Honestly, I don't want him back in Philly.
Really?
A lot of people probably want him back. I like Makuba. I like the way he's been playing. We got Blankenship. We got Sidney Brown. I think there's a lot of ways we could go other than CJ Gardner Johnson. Is he a very good player? Yes. Is he going to make big plays? Yes. But down the stretch, I just don't know if he's the right guy. I mean, the Eagles said the reason they were getting rid of him was because they want to build around a younger core. He's 26 years old. But again, I just can't see it working out, especially with Makuba in there. I think they want him to be the next guy. He's young, out of Texas. He's looked good in these past couple weeks. So I don't think there's a reason to fill that spot because I think that's the spot they want him to grow into. And obviously Reed Blankenship has done a very good job. And I think Sidney Brown has been fine coming back from the ACL injury. He hasn't been bad at all.
No.
He's just been a guy out on the field. He hasn't been good. He hasn't been bad. He's just kind of done his job. So I don't see a reason in bringing him back. I think a team he could possibly go to, is, for example, the Vikings. The Vikings, they're on kind of the playoff sphere. They just got back Jordan Addison. McCarthy went down. So I don't know. If you want to contend, you can pick up a guy for the defense. I know their defense has been phenomenal this past week. But I don't know. Another place I could see him going is the Chiefs. I think their secondary is solid, but it always needs improvement. And especially with Chris Jones already out there, you could get CJ for probably pretty cheap, honestly, at this point in time. But yeah, that's my stance on it. Ryan, you got anything?
I think that if you look at CJ Gardner Johnson, yeah, he hasn't, obviously nothing for the Texans, nothing great. The Texans are obviously, in a bit of a rut right now, but I don't think, if we don't bring him back, I'm not going to be too sad about it. Obviously, for the memories and what he did on the Super Bowl parade, which I pretty found to be pretty hilarious. But I think that once yeah, if he doesn't come back, then whatever. Okay, yeah, like we don't get the nostalgia, but I think that he is very good in Nick Sirianni's system. I mean, look at when he played for the Eagles in 2022. He played 12 games, 67 tackles, and 6 interceptions. He goes to the Lions, only plays in 3 games, comes back to the Eagles, and then has 6 interceptions once again in 16 games. Then he goes to the Texans, only 3 games. He gets cut after the third. So it seems like there's something with the Eagles system that he just does really well in. I don't know. I haven't really watched I haven't watched the film to know that. But it seems like whatever is in the Eagles system for him, it works out well. So I'm not saying start him if he comes back, because I think that Makuba has played well in the time that he has been in there, and I think he should continue to be in there. And I also am a big Sidney Brown guy. But I'm not saying he can't come back and maybe get some time, just in case there's another Sidney Brown injury, because that seems like it's a weekly occurrence.
Yeah.
So I think that it wouldn't be a bad idea to bring him back at the right price, but I also don't think it's a must-need.
I agree. The right price would probably be my biggest emphasis.
I also don't think you'd want a bigger contract, right? I mean, he just got cut from Houston, who was 0-3.
Yeah,
so
I know.
But yeah.
He's not looking for the bread, so.
Yeah. All right. My segments will be a bit quicker. I do want to get to Cole. I do want to talk about fantasy, and then I actually really want to talk about the robot umpires. But anyway, the San Francisco 49ers losing Nick Bosa for the season with a ACL injury. I don't know. I feel like the 49ers are kind of in the same spot as the Cowboys. Now, obviously, I don't want to compare the two because the 49ers are 3-0, the Cowboys 1-2, right? Or 1-3.
1
Yeah.
1-2.
Yeah, 1-2. I feel like they have a playoff level offense with a not very good defense. Obviously, Nick Bosa, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, is the reason he's so highly paid. But right now, you only have one Pro Bowl caliber player on your defense. That being Fred Warner, who's probably arguably the best linebacker in the NFL. How are you going to... Now listen, not credit to the 49ers, credit to the NFL for giving the 49ers a softy schedule. I mean, if you look at their schedule... I mean, they have beaten the Saints a week ago. They beat Seattle week 1, and you beat You beat Arizona. Those teams... I don't think Arizona or Seattle... I don't think any of those teams are...
playoff teams.
They're like they can make the wild card, but they're not going any farther.
Yeah.
Then you got Jacksonville, the Rams are going to be your first test. Same with Tampa Bay. But other than that, you don't really seem to have any other tests, big tests except for the
Colts.
Yeah, I mean,
week 17.
Yeah, the Colts are on their schedule, but that's not for a long way away. And they won't see them in the playoffs.
In Chicago. Chicago's been playing fine.
Well, I mean,
just dismantled the Cowboys.
That was just Dallas, for God's sakes. And the 2 games against Los Angeles, Tampa Bay, and then depending on how Indianapolis looks by then, because we got to see them keep it up.
Yeah.
Then we'll see. So the 49ers, I think that they're okay, but I also think that right now they're just a playoff level offense with a bad defense. Not a bad defense, a half decent defense. So right now, I wouldn't panic if I'm San Francisco 49ers fans. I would just say that, I don't think you're going any farther than the divisional round based off the way. You're
because they don't face a Super Bowl caliber team until the Rams,
right? I mean,
and then they don't face another one.
Well, they play Tampa, but then you have 5 weeks of softy schedules, so it is what it is. But anyway, getting on, you have fantasy performers to do. Let's go.
Yep. All right, I'll start off with the quarterbacks. If you have Caleb Williams, please start him. He's been playing, incredible. 23 points per game right now. Third. Whoa.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
What do you mean?
He's been playing very, very well. He's playing very, very well. If you have him in your league, you need to start him. And then moving on to a guy you should pick up, Geno Smith.
I have him.
You should not start him this week. He's playing Chicago. I think that could be an issue. Their defense is pretty good.
Oh, do you want me to play him or Dak Prescott?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, exactly. Because Joe Burrow's out.
might-
Yeah, I'm going with Geno Smith.
All right, then. A guy I think you should pick up for the time being is Carson Wentz. I feel like he could play out. Vikings have a very, very good defense, and I feel like there's a lot of weapons that he could use on that roster that'll help him a lot. I think Mason receives well to the backfield. I think Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and Naylor
Addison's coming back.
are all really good receivers. Yep. He's done his suspension, but yeah, I think he's a very good guy to pick. He's a great guy to pick up on the waiver wire. And that's really it for quarterbacks this week. You could pick up Sam Darnold, but I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world.
Who? Oh, kickers. Oh, give me a break.
Okay.
Is he
Yeah.
going to the Giants? Oh, I didn't even know that.
Dude,
I didn't see
okay.
that. I got home at like 7.
Yeah, I had him when he was still with the Falcons this year and last year.
Oh, shoot, okay.
You picking him back up?
I did pick him back up.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
I never dropped him.
Moving on to the running backs. A guy I'm picking up is Jeremy McNichols, man. Eckler goes down. McNichols has picked it up, man. 14 points this past week. And again, they don't really have RB1, so he's going to get a lot of touches every game. He's going to have some explosive runs, and he did well last year, in certain spots. And I think they use him on third down a bunch. But he's my guy as a running back. And then wide receiver, this one's the most obvious to me. Trey Tucker, averaging 20 points per game right now. He just had 41 last week. He's going up against Chicago. They have a pretty tough secondary. But definitely pick him up because I think in the next coming weeks he could be a real problem. He just put up 145 and 3 touchdowns on Washington. I think he could have a big game at Indianapolis week 5 and against Tennessee in week 6. So keep an eye out for him. And another guy I was looking at is Luther Burden III. He's averaging 7.3 points, but he just had 22 points, 103 and a touchdown. And again, I was against Dallas, but they're going at Las Vegas this week. He could put up another good performance. The Raiders' secondary is not that strong. And then coming off the bye at Washington and then in New Orleans, or at Washington and at home against New Orleans, I think he could do solid in those 2 weeks. I understand Washington is okay. I don't think their secondary is very good. But, again, coming off the bye, I think he'll be prepared for that. And then New Orleans, they're pretty trash. So I think he could succeed there as well. So those are my 2 pickups at wide receiver. Tight end, I don't really have one. I mean, pick up Hunter Henry if you want. Brenton Strange has also been playing pretty solid, averaging 9. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of both. So, and then kicker, I mean, I guess Younghoe Koo. Get your guy. I had Chase McLaughlin drop 20 last week. Pretty impressed with him so far. But yeah, I mean, that's really it for me. That'll end the this week's fantasy segment. Ryan, if you have anyone to
Dom Camp just walked in here, big Northwestern guy. Yeah, it's another one of our 3 producers we have. Yeah. But anyway,
what did he just bring in?
Gluten material.
You want pretzel?
Yes, please. After the show.
After the show. But one thing I will say, if you want to be daring, make Egg Bucka your number 1. I salute Egg Bucka, people. I salute that man.
Oh my God.
That man is the reason I'm 3-0 in the WSJP league right now. Salute Egg Bucka, Cole. Get that guy in your fantasy league. Everyone wants Egg Bucka. I got all the power now, baby. I don't know why I got so much energy for that one, but I'm a big Egg Bucka guy.
Yeah.
I'm not even probably saying his name right.
I say Ibuka.
Egbuka, is that it?
Egbuka.
It probably
but
is.
I don't know.
Ryan, it's rare for you to have this level of energy.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, anyways. I was picking between Matthew Golden and Ibuka.
Oh, no. Who'd you go with?
I went with Golden.
Oh, Cole! Come on, the Packers got a multitude of wide receivers. He was going to be the 2nd or 3rd. Now he's the number 1. The numero uno.
I know. Reed went down. He's still not performing, man.
Did I say number wrong in Spanish? Okay, 100%. Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
All
It's
right.
all right. I usually draft well, so.
Yeah. Anyway, Houston Rockets without Fred VanVleet for the upcoming season. I think at the current moment in time, you got to look at the Rockets. They just have so much talent around them. The problem is it kind of was like with the Suns last year. You don't have a really good point guard.
Yeah.
You got to go out and sign somebody. The Rockets obviously couldn't really address that in the draft because they didn't think Fred VanVleet was going to tear his ACL. So I think if the Rockets, there's a big concern to look at because of the fact that you don't have Fred VanVleet for the upcoming season. I mean, that's the only thing I really want to say because of the fact that I want to get to this MLB topic.
Yeah. I will say, I think that one thing they could do is move Reed Shepherd to the point.
He's a two guard.
I know he's the 2 guard, but I mean, who else are they going to put there? You could use a Men Thompson there, just as a big guy, kind of like a Ben Simmons-ish. He can guard a smaller guard and stay with him. I think offensively he doesn't. I don't think he provides a ton offensively, but I think he'll be fine defensively against a smaller guard. I mean, and then you can move Jabari Smith to the 4 and KD to the 3. And then keep Reed Shepherd to the shooting guard. You also have Cam Whitmore you could use in rotation with that. Tari Eason, you could put him at the 3 to give KD a break or Jabari Smith a break. But overall, I mean, yeah, this is not great at all. Again, you don't have a true point guard anymore. I don't know who you could go get.
I'm trying to look this up.
Yeah.
Available free agent point
Is
guards.
Chris Paul still available?
I think.
he's talking about that.
Oh yeah, he did sign with that line.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
Westbrook's still out there, right?
I don't think so.
No, he is. Or did he sign? I don't know.
I don't think you got a cut.
yeah. Anyways, they need a point guard pretty badly. And I don't know how well it'll work if they just
Westbrook's free agent.
use in the
let's
system.
I would go get
Bring him
Westbrook.
back to
I
Houston.
want to get Russ back to Houston.
I would go get Westbrook, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, that's a guy who will give you assists.
Yeah, that's what you need. Or Brogdon.
Yeah.
Wait, did Brogdon? Oh, Brogdon signed.
Yeah. But I think Russell Westbrook can utilize that lineup pretty
Right.
well. And he's played with KD before.
I want to see how that pans out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That could be either.
I mean, is the
great
beef
or
like
horrible.
is the beef like gone? Like,
I think it's still there. It's just not as.
yeah, it's just not as like
I don't
consistent.
I don't think it's there anymore. Honestly, I think it's more of they're old and want to win. And I mean, I know they both have rings, but it's only so. Wait, Russ won one.
Russ has a ring.
Yeah,
with, the
Denver.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I don't
yeah,
know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But,
we'll see.
well, I mean, Westbrook's got to go out there and get that bread. So,
Yeah,
You know,
right.
we'll see.
That man has a family.
All right, here we go. Robo umps.
Getting
This is a
the
big
robo
thing.
umps.
What do you think, Cole? I really want to hear your opinion on this.
I really like this. Now, do I think it's going to benefit the batters? Yes. I think it'll benefit the pitchers, but I think it's more hitter friendly just because at the major league level, guys have such good plate discipline. And, if it's half an inch off the plate, they'll know if it's a ball or a strike. So I think it'll benefit the hitters a little bit more than it will the pitchers. But I think all in all, getting rid of, bad calls that'll honestly could be the difference between a win and a loss. It's pretty big, man. And I know I pitch, but this is big for the game. And if I ever get a bad call, I'm pissed off. So if I can overturn it, I would like to. So,
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's hitter friendly.
I think it's
but
more for the
overall, I think it's
batters,
positive.
Yeah, I think this is overall for the batters, but I mean, it can be used for pitchers, right? Like,
Absolutely.
right. So this is. So
Yeah, I think it's more of a catcher thing.
Yeah.
You can't really call it from the mound.
Right. So I think
But-
this kind of goes both ways. But I'm a fan of this because if you look at the stats, umpire bad calls have the rate, the rate of good calls from the umpires is going down.
Yeah.
So over the past
Well, I
couple
think
of
it's
years.
because of the stuff of the pitchers.
That's true.
It's so hard when a guy's ball is moving so much. So
Right. I think so.
Yeah.
I think this is needed.
I agree.
All right. But yeah, I think this is very needed for the MLB. I'm a big fan of this. I think they used it in the minors and it seemed like it worked, right? I don't
Yeah.
think there's any problem with it. But yeah, I think this was good. Anything else? Or should we move on?
No.
Ryan's Rants, baby. And let's just get into it. Cole, give me the first topic.
Jonathan Kuminga situation.
All right, Jonathan Kuminga. You're 20-something years old. You're not Kevin Durant. You're not Steph Curry. Why are you holding up? I just voice cracked so bad. Why are you holding up the Golden State Warriors? They got 9 players on their roster right now. Why are you holding up the Warriors? You're not that great. Sign the qualifying offer. Bet on yourself. Because you're not going to get a $100 million contract over the course of 4 years. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. You're not that type of player. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. But he wants his money, but then he says that he thinks the Warriors can't develop him. So what is it really about? It doesn't really make any sense to me. This is getting a little ridiculous. Don't interrupt me during Ryan's Rants. Yeah. So yeah, I don't like this at all. Figure it out. Sign the qualifying offer.
Who cares about Dallas?
Listen, the Dallas Cowboys stink. I mean, they're 1-2. They haven't beaten anybody credible. They just got romped by the Bears. I mean, Caleb Williams in the pocket. I mean, he had time to drink a coffee, watch film, go to the donut shop, pick up his mom's groceries. I mean, he could do anything before the Dallas Cowboys could get to him. And then the defense, I could take the SEPTA bus, scan my key card right here, and then go get the Temple defensive line guys to go rush Dak Prescott. I mean, you have got to be kidding me. Dallas stinks, and they're still in the media somehow. This is every year.
Notre Dame better figure things out.
You gave up 30 points to Purdue. You stunk in the first 2 weeks. Notre Dame better figure things out because because these recruits, the 2026 class, absolutely incredible. One of the best. If you want to keep the 2027 recruits, you better start picking things up right now. Went to the national championship last year. I understand there's a quarterback change, but there's been a quarterback change for Notre Dame in the past couple of years. Doesn't make absolutely any sense to me whatsoever. Anything on this, Cole?
I kind of nailed it.
I know. That was Ryan's Rants for the week.
I still hate Dallas.
I mean, we all do, but
There's no point. They're in the media.
I know. Well, the problem is that they make the money, and that's the problem, Cole.
And
Money's the problem.
Money and Jerry Jones.
More money, more problems.
Oh gosh.
That's what they say.
Yeah, we're gonna end it on that.
Well, yeah, we are going to wrap things up for today. Big shout out to a friend of the show, Chris Grasso, commitment to Miami, and now a certain person next to me has all the pressure on him now.
Okay.
But nonetheless, what do you call it? Today, 4 p.m., myself, Mark Jameson, on the call versus Penn Charter Soccer. On Saturday, AJ Farrington, Anthony Sorgi on the call, Father Judge football. Then next Tuesday, soccer versus Cardinal O'Hara. Still figuring things out for that broadcasting crew. But thanks to Cole. Thanks to me. Thank you to
Drexel.
What about Drexel? Oh.
Soccer Drexel.
Oh yeah, it is at Drexel.
Also,
It's at Drexel.
listeners know the game on for football is Friday.
Yeah, I know. I said that.
It's
Saturday.
Did I say Saturday?
You said Saturday.
Okay, so sorry. Saturday, 7 p.m. Oh my God, Friday. It is the game is Friday, 7 p.m. versus Father Judge at Father Judge. Sorgi, AJ Farrington on the call. I got it right, and Cole was right. The game on Tuesdays at Drexel. I was just so hyped up from Ryan's Rants, dude. I mean, it was a good week this week. But anyway, thanks to four producers we got back there. Only one of them's actually doing anything. Thanks to Cole. Thanks to me. We'll see you next week. Thank you for listening to the CR7 Podcast. We're